Scorpio, this is your oracle reading for November of 2021. Scorpio, November 2021. Graveyard, unnecessary fear, Scorpio. Divination of the Ancients message for Scorpio, November of 2021. Runes, perception. Divine Circus message for Scorpio, November of 2021. Divine Disguise. Sacred Rebels message for Scorpio, November of 2021. She feels, she knows. Shamanic medicine message for Scorpio, November of 2021. Birth renewal. Mystical shaman message for Scorpio, November of 2021. The Beloved. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. The stones they mark, the eternal resting place. Yet the spirits they are walking, and they are ready for the chase. Today's modern graveyards are restful places, normally high manicured and very well set out. Whilst they can be places of profound sadness, few are the creepy gothic places of old. Yet they still hold an undercurrent of fear and seem frightening places. Due to countless stories of haunted graveyards, the thought of walking through cemeteries evokes fear in many of us. We imagine zombies and ghosts rising from the graves and a bad spirits hiding out, waiting to harm an unsuspecting living person who walks by. The idea of being at a graveyard after dark, or worse, at midnight. It is the stuff of dares and nightmares. But this isn't the way that with every culture. On the Mexican Day of the Dead, whole families picnic on the graveyards of their loved ones who have passed. Children play upon the graves. People play music, drink wine, and share food, all in the company of the dead. Graveyard dust is used as an ingredient in protective spells, not in curses. Pull this card and know that you fear unnecessarily. Things are not as they seem, and you can overcome your obstacles. The anxieties you have, although real, should be put aside before they haunt you long term. Instead, trust that you know the correct steps and that you will act upon them. Runes, perception. It's important to see things a little differently right now. Imagine yourself in the place of those who appear to be confronting you. Your words are your actions. Confronting you, your words or your actions. Perhaps rather than taking this as a sign of their displeasure or dislike of what you are doing, see their words as an opportunity to improve the situation by being more open-minded. Perhaps their actions will actually provide you with an even stronger, more robust idea about how to proceed. The runes are a reminder that in one single toss you can choose a very different outcome. Those that seem to be your enemies can often deliver the most useful lessons in life. How I perceived caused me to fall, and so the writings on the wall. Lessons in all I shall embrace, and see the good in all I face. Don't be so quick to judge. See the situation from all angles. There's lessons to be learned. Understand someone else's point of view. You are acting unreasonably. Study runes for spiritual growth and understanding. Runes were in use by the Germanic people for the 1st and 2nd century AD. The name rune means secret or whisper. According to Norse mythology, the runic alphabet has a divine origin. Norse god Odin hung himself on the world tree so as to receive the runes in response to his self-sacrifice. Through experience, death, and rebirth, the initiate hopes to receive mystic wisdom. I don't know what else says Scorpio than that. Hanged man. Divine disguise. Some blessings are obvious. The door that opens the person who says yes and the instant success of an idea. But not all blessings are instantly recognizable. Some blessings are so veiled that at first you might consider them to be an unwanted development. A concealed blessing is either already at work in your life or on its way. Don't worry if you feel like things aren't working out as they should. Soon enough, the disguise will be dropped, and the blessed unmasked are all in all its beauty. Blessings are the mysterious workings of the universe. They are to help us along our unique life path to live our truths and fulfill our potential. The universe has the knack of knowing just what it is we need, even when sometimes we might think we need something altogether different. This is how it can be that something we resist and reject in our lives can become the very thing we are most grateful for later on. We realize it has been a blessing matched, something actually helping us, even though it might have come in the form of a challenge or a struggle before we eventually gain great benefit from it. The Oracle of Divine Disguise brings you a positive message and prediction for your future. It brings you the promise of peace of mind and a realization that the universe does really know what it's doing. It's in your corner, on your side, cheering you on and helping you avoid unnecessary pitfalls, even if you don't know they exist. The Oracle indicates that the real beauty of a situation isn't obvious to you yet. It could be a delay or change in plans that turns out to be in your favor, even if at the time you aren't sure it signals failure. It could be the wrong person saying no so the right person can say yes. It could be blocked from turning back to your past, so you must continue forward into the magic of your future. Whatever your hidden blessing, the Oracle of Divine Disguise tells you that you are soon going to realize just how loved and helped you are in all areas of your life. When this oracle appears, you are being told specifically that you don't need to worry. Even that which appears to be most troublesome is going to reveal itself to be working in your favor. So the first part of the reading was the foundation or the guides or the supportive energies that you have for the reading of November. So supporting you or your guides are telling you or your instincts or whatever is unnecessary fear, perception, divine disguise. So it's a blessing in disguise, right? Your perceptions aren't 100% accurate. Sometimes, we fall in the illusion of fear and thinking, oh, it's going to be horrible, and we get all pessimistic. Same could be true about being optimistic, right? You could be too optimistic where you're believing in something that's not going to happen or in something that's not completely true about what's happening. So just try to sit in the moment and not be too pessimistic or optimistic. Try to be as real to what the truth is as you can. She feels, she knows. An illumination is erupting from within you as a vision that is bringing what was once obscured into clarity. This is not likely to happen as a binding, shocking insight, but as more of a softer, gentle knowing. It is like knowing something without understanding exactly when or how you came to know it. This insight will assist you, and you are asked to honor it. You will know which insight it is at the right time. Your heart will tell you. You are therefore being asked to rely upon the clarity that is coming to you now, or has just recently come, gently but firmly, from that place of knowing. Intend to act and take your next steps forward. This oracle comes to you with guidance, particularly about the long-range or long-term developments. Something that is far bigger than the immediate situation, issue, or moment is of importance, although you will only have a dim sense of that possibility at best. The situation you find yourself in right now may not be one of joy, but in time you will understand more of the bigger picture. You will come to see why things are happening as they are, and how you are being helped on the next stage of your path. Even though it may look like an obstacle right now, you are being asked to think in terms of long-term happiness. Sometimes this warrants change or even temporary restrictions in the short term. If you can't see how the present can possibly become what you sense the future to be. This message is especially relevant. Through the natural process of transformation, great leaps are indeed possible. You simply must be prepared to surrender into the process with absolute trust. This oracle brings you specific guidance. The situation in your current life are particularly geared towards a more significant manifestation that is coming to you, according to your life path and purpose. This is a stage of preparation and of building a foundation that will hold you strong and centered as your creative journey unfolds and your life path becomes ever more brilliant and luminous. So keep plugging away. Remain patient, but most of all, be hopeful and trust in the light you sense ahead of you. For it is the light that is within you, simply revealed more fully. And all that is happening now is happening to that end. Birth, renewal. Birth is about the death of the old and an emergence of the new. The transformation will strip away feelings of guilt, fear, and shame. You will face a life-threatening event at least once in your journey. Such an occurrence has the potential to gift you with newfound abilities and strengths, thus removing the fears and pains that have held you back for far too long. It takes absolute trust and great strength of character to step from your comfort zone into the unknown. A devastating situation may have caused the victim in you to surface. You may feel sorry for yourself, expect others to put you first, and become angry with the world. This is not the way of the shaman. It is time to look at why you may be suffering a recurring injury, illness, depression, or situation. Write down what you are experiencing in your emotional reactions. For instance, blaming someone or something for your situation may be causing you to feel miserable, angry, or even betrayed. With the eyes of the shaman, look deeper. What lessons could be learned from this? What do you gain from your current approach? The resentment, anger, or other painful sensations will be forgotten when a beautiful new form emerges from the seeds of your experience. Spirit is calling you to freedom. A new way beckons. This process allows you to journey between worlds as you discover your body, your biology, your mental aptitude, and spiritual tenacity. It also gives you a new understanding of the suffering of others and enables you to see into their body and root out the cause of their original wounding. Birthing, rebirthing can come in many forms. Physical pain is not always required, but some form of death or ending is always required. Out with the old and in with the new. You're coming to the end of an era, a very fertile time for you. What may feel like an ending is the beginning of something new. You are changing the way you think and feel as you become more spiritually aware. Wake up. Now is the time for you to rise. Take off the mask. Drop the disguise. Healing beckons. Great the dawn. New life is waiting to be born. Alright, so the second part of the pyramid, or your reading, is what you can do, what you need to focus on, what you need to put your intentions into, what your mission is, or your subject to in November. You feel. Birth, renewal. Okay, look at this right here. Birth, renewal, runes, perception, right here. A new perception, revealing, seeing the blessing for disguise, taking the mask off, and having a rebirth. Look at this one right here. Look. She feels she knows, because of the perceptions, that she has an unnecessary fear that she needs to correct her perceptions to fix what she's looking at. Stop looking into the past. Woo! Look at the future. Woo! Bird. Look at that beautiful, harmonious looking to the rebirth of yourself. The phoenix rises again. The beloved. The beloved is the recognition of spirit in another, a moving towards spirit through the other. It is when the divine appears to us in the form of our child, our partner, our friend, and we experience being in love. As we grow, we start to recognize the beloved in everyone, not confusing their personality with their divine nature. Accept the invitation to learn through the path of love. Expand your being through a union with another. When you recognize the beloved in another, you call for their highest and purest nature. Follow the path of love. Be careful with romantic love, the kind of love you fall in and out of. Own all the projections you have placed upon the person you are dreaming of. Remember that they are only mirroring back your own deep longings rather than revealing their true self. If you fail to notice this, be prepared to walk through the fire of strong emotions once again. Alright, this is the message from the higher self, God, universe, unified field, heaven, your star families, whatever you want to believe in. You know, it's a big old collective consciousness thing here going on for Scorpio. Okay? So as above, so below. Have your perception, realize the beloved in you. That they love you, that you have the feelings and the knowing, but you need a rebirth. Stop looking in the past. See the future self. Rise up as the new phoenix with the new perceptions from seeing the blessing in disguise and not giving into unnecessary fear. And that was your reading, Scorpio, for November 2021. Thanks for watching. See you next month.